This television is a portal to the past. Inside sit the dreams of one's youth and the fears of one's future. When imagination equates to a certain period of time and limits are left behind, the practical and the impossible cross over during those fleeting hours known as the Twilight-Tober Zone. What makes a home, and when does it cease to become one? Empty halls where happiness once resided can all too easily be abandoned. But what's left behind? Is there some residual emotion that one could pick back up upon returning? Can that emotion sustain us? Those memories comfort us? Can we survive off memories alone, with no one else to share them with, except the venue where they occurred? Sometimes those places remember, so you don't have to. The place is here. The time is now. Where is everybody? They're with you, about to enter the Twilight-Tober Zone. The barrier of loneliness, the desperate need to be with the ones closest to us. Isolation can breed despair, a fear that the future will lack the warmth of human touch, and even glimpsing the smile of an old friend. At times, that future may look bleak, but all it takes is a thought. All it needs is a heart, and all it costs is patience to hope. All of which can be found in the Twilight-Tober Zone.
I mean, how stupid do you have to be?
How's the review coming, Critic?
That's it! Listen here, you creepy little elf on a shelf. I'm not gonna let a crazy and potentially dangerous person get in the way of my work.
What are you gonna do? Leave? Call for backup? Bring in as many sane and rational people possible to level
Picture
out
of a
this
woman
insane
looking at a picture. Miss Tamara Chambers, sidekick to a spectacled man in a little black hat. Miss Tamara Chambers, comedienne, internet darling, and currently socially distant. How far inward can one travel before losing all sense of direction? What happens when the past becomes the present and the only path forward looks backward? It's sure to be a trip that Tamara's never seen, for it leads to the Twilight-Tober Zone. To the distant that never return, socially or otherwise. To Miss Tamara Chambers, yearning to be close with those she cannot be. At least not in the present.
Fine. Think I've utilized my detective skills long enough? Get out of here!
But anything's possible in the Twilight-Tober Zone. Witness, if you will, desperation in its rawest form. Mr. James J. Ross, creator extraordinaire, putting the final touches on his greatest work. After 200 days confined, Mr. J. Ross has succumbed to the illness known as solitude. Symptoms: melancholia, desolation, despair, hysteria, and madness.
My name's Felicia. What's your name?
How long can man go without companionship, and how far is man willing to go to create it? hold your loved ones tight, because you're about to take a trip into that dark tunnel of love known as the Twilight-Tober Zone.
Hurt you? How can I hurt you? This isn't the flesh. There aren't any nerves under there. There aren't any muscles or tendons.
I love these old episodes.
You're just like this.
What's that?
Look, a metal with arms and legs instead of wheels. But this heat doesn't lock me the way you do.
Jim, it's over. You're free. Is that a mannequin?
No, man, no. It's a woman. Felicia, show him. Felicia, show him. Say something.
That's super weird, dude.
It's not weird. She's a woman. Felicia, say something. Say something. Don't just sit there like a dummy. Say something.
For all the creative accomplishments Mr. J-Raz achieved, Felicia was his greatest, for it gave him a short respite from the daily reminder of just how alone he truly is. But was she powered by electricity and ingenuity, or seclusion and insanity? The outside world is open, and Mr. J-Raz can escape any time he desires. But will he step through that door, or stay inside the Twilight-Tober Zone? Witness the literary prowess of one Mr. Doug Walker, an entertainer who screamed his dreams into existence, criticizing the nostalgic. Now, with a once vibrant world shut down, Mr. Walker has been returning to his roots, writing the perfect script for more months than he cares to count. No interruptions, distractions, or interference. But little does he know that he's about to become the main character in his own story, a story that can only be found in a small dark corner of the Twilight-Tober Zone.
Ha-ha! Finished! My masterpiece is finally completed! Oh, they laughed before! Well, no, they didn't. That was the problem. But now they will! Ha-ha-ha! Oh, yes, yes. No. No, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. There was time now. I had all the time I needed. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Melvin, brother of the Joker. Melvin, brother of the Joker. I'm cool.
The best laid plans of comic book clowns and their brothers, and Doug Walker, a formerly spectacled man who had nothing but time. But time matters not when technology devours a man's dream. A dream may be best kept locked inside the Twilight-Tober Zone. Heather Roos, gamer, streamer, and currently waiting for a ride home on a cold October night. Her friends would describe her as intelligent, dependable, and a, quote, girl with a good head on her shoulders, end of quote. All of which is mentioned now, because in just a moment, the head on Miss Roos's shoulders will be put to the test, and she'll begin to wonder if she can trust her own eyes.
Hey, where are you? I said pick me up at 7.
Okay, well, hurry up, please. Yeah, I found it. It's just weird being here all alone.
The next time you look into a mirror, pay close attention, because what you might be seeing is another world. A fractured, backwards world that just might be the Twilight-Tober Zone. Reflections can be a tricky phenomenon. They look like us, move like us, and if you're not careful, they can control us. Stare too long into your own inverted eyes, and you might notice something strange on the other side. A blink, the raise of an eyebrow, or even a sly smile. It's not real, you think to yourself. It can't be. But if this goes on for long enough, you'll no longer recognize the person peering back. Is it really you, or someone else? Or something else? Find out if you dare by stepping into the Twilight-Tober Zone. There's a certain time of day and a certain time of year when the sun sets and the weather cools, where the leaves change and the winds chill. Light retreats, darkness advances, and imagination takes over. It all occurs during that brief period of time known as the Twilight-Tober Zone.